Before we start talking about exhausts in this video, I just need to say a huge thank you to everybody that came to the inaugural fried eggs at the Fairmile 996 only Porsche meet. If you didn't see the build up to this, then you're not following me on Instagram. The handle for that, by the way, is @Lee_Sibs. The short story of it all is we had just over 50 996s turn up to the Fairmile in Surrey for a meet that celebrated literally nothing but the first water-cooled generation of the Porsche 911. It was absolutely fantastic to have one day, just one day, in the sun for the 996 and its many thousands of owners around the world. I think that's what we were representing there. So, resounding success. I will definitely do that again. So again, keep posted via Instagram and I might chuck something up on the community side of this channel. But today is all about noise. You may or may not be able to hear, and I'm hoping you won't because it's kind of pushing the point home a little bit further, but this car is very quiet. It's a problem, and it's a problem that's not unique to this car. It's something that all 996s suffer from. It's a very sedate sounding 911. Now, a lot of 996 owners end up spending money on their exhaust system, and it's either because they just can't put up with how quiet the car is from stock, or, which is the category that I fall into, corrosion does its thing. As mentioned in the buyer's guide video I did on the Porsche 996, the seams go on the silencers, and it's a fate that's befallen onto this car. Search for back boxes, and I looked at many options. My search for back boxes has ended up with Dansk. It's quite a popular choice for 996 owners. I ordered the silencers from Design 911, who offer to fit them at their premises near Brentwood in Essex. Dansk offers its exhaust mufflers in two specs, Sport or the Sound version. Conscious I like to do track days and want to keep under the 105 decibel limit where I can, I went for the Sports exhaust, which I was hoping would be good enough. The guys got the car in the air and I quickly saw just how bad the factory silencers were splitting. And a quick tip here as well, a lot of people simply try and weld those seams up, which is a bodge job and doesn't alleviate the fact that big bills are around the corner. If you're looking to buy a 996, it's worth checking those back boxes in greater detail. Now, I'm a checkbook mechanic, but fitting new silencers can be a DIY job. A word of advice on that front, allow yourself more time than you think you'll need, as owning 3 996s to date has taught me most parts underneath the car are rusted or seized. Even the pros can have a nightmare freeing stuff up. In fairness, the techies at Design 911 say they've lost count of the number of 996 silencer swaps they've done, and I fully believe them. My factory boxes were whipped out from under Little Irish in no time. Needless to say, their replacement was going to add a little more shine over the outgoing set. I was also keen to see if Dansk offered any weight advantages over the factory exhaust, and it did. A Porsche box weighed 11.2 kilos per corner, while the Dansk item chipped in at 7 kilos on the dot. Bear in mind though, the Porsche box still had the bracket and tailpipe attached to it, so the gap in reality will be a little closer. The Dansk kit though is a straight swap and uses those original Porsche brackets, which were fitted up with little fuss. The new back boxes were then bolted in place, sealed, and clamped, before some adjustments to the positioning of the original Porsche tailpipe was made in the name of aesthetics. And that's it. Time to find out if there's much of a difference to the 996's soundtrack. Cue a before and after startup, and then we'll have some more comparisons out on the road. What do we think? Yeah, go for it. exhaust fitted and road tested. For me, if I'm being totally honest, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. The positives, first of all, got rid of those aging silencers that were quite literally falling apart at the seams, that were rusting, probably wouldn't have passed the next MOT. Replaced with something new, shiny, hopefully durable in being stainless steel. Obviously there's a weight saving, which is great. That's always the holy grail, isn't it, with sports cars, is to add lightness, as Mr. Colin Chapman of Lotus fame said. The other positive, which is a real surprise for me, is the car is slightly freer revving. It's obviously breathing just a little bit better, only incrementally, but again, with your own car you can tell even the most subtle differences and changes. Definitely there, without question. The drawback is, and it's quite a substantial one, where's the noise? This car is definitely quieter now. I do need to stress here, because I've reviewed the footage, and yes, on camera the exhaust sounds absolutely fantastic. It's got a really nice growl to it. However, in reality, whilst yes there is a definitive and positive change to the 996's tone, in terms of volume, this car is quieter now. Don't just take my ears for it either. A few car guys that I know locally have also commented the same thing. Maybe I should have done a little bit more research and perhaps found somebody with the overtly loud, as it's alleged to be, sound version of the Dansk kit. As I said, the thing that I have to be careful with is I do like doing track days, and I definitely intend to keep doing track days with this car. Most circuits in the UK operate around about 105 decibel limit. Some are 102, some are 98, the uber quiet ones. Might get on them now, who knows. So I don't want something that's droney, so tick, at least this system isn't droney, but again, I would like some more theatre with this 996, as what I was going for in the first place. With my first 996, I put on a different set of back boxes, and the sound straight off the bat was absolutely wonderful. So, will the Dansk kit stay on the car? I don't really know. Whilst overall volume is definitely down, I'd say the Dansk kit does give a little bit more resonance in places, particularly around the 4 to 5k, and then, yeah, definite sweet spot at 4k. What I'd like to do then is hear from you, fellow 996 owners. What are you running? How satisfied are you? Worth pointing out, by the way, the silencers I'd got around about 650 quid plus VAT. The sound version, by the way, again, is another 200 quid or so. That's about it from me, so thanks very much for watching. Drop her down a gear. See you again soon.